Welcome to Car Talk, where we talk everything about car. It's 2025 now with plenty of China car flooding the markets. 5 years ago, there are something very young, niche, sporty among Malaysian, the Honda City Hatchback. At 2025, is it still capable to win the heart of consumer? Let's find out. Whenever we talk about Hondas, the first thing that came to our mind must be the power of dream, the Type R, the Racer Boy. And for Honda City, it's the same, maybe? I don't know. But as a matter of fact, Honda City is never those Racer Boy car that Honda are famously known for. The first generation Honda City, that does have a high performance version named as Honda City Turbo. They come with a very cute motor compo motorcycle. Then the second generation of Honda City looks like the Honda Beat, the K car, mid-engine K car. Then the third generation Honda City is what we Malaysians known the most. Debuted in 1996, it's a Honda City that based on Honda Civic EF that run on D15 or D13 engine, which is very famous among all the tuners. You might see some that K-swap and active in the toge scene or race scene. But after that came into the fourth generation Honda City GD chassis that has the exterior of an iron for the core efficiency of drag reason. Then came with a slightly boring CVT gearbox and an IDSI engine. IDSI full name is Intelligent Dual Spark Ignition. Yes, it does come with 2 spark plugs per combustion cylinder for better fuel economy. Then that's the moment where Honda City transition itself from a racer boy car to an eco-friendly car. 5th generation Honda City is also rather famous in Malaysia, codenamed GM, debuted in 2008 with 5-speed auto transmission, but there's nothing special about that vehicle. Comes the 6th generation Honda City, which is the first Honda City ever that have a hybrid powertrain, codenamed IDCD, Intelligent Dual Clutch Hybrid, blah blah blah, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, for that, it's the first ever CKD Honda power plant in Malaysia also, at Ayakero, Melaka. So after that, Honda has learned their lesson on how to build a proper hybrid vehicle and comes to the latest generation, 7th generation Honda City Hybrid with the powertrain of EHEV. So this Honda City Hybrid that we have here has a lot of pioneering design feature or change of philosophy in terms of Honda product lineup. So this is the first ever Honda City that are not JDM, as you might know. In Japan, they have something called Honda Grace. This is Southeast Asia market only. You can't have this in Japan. They have their own Honda Fit for the hatchback. Ever since 2019, this car has been running on the road. It's the first time ever Honda City has a hatchback variant in Malaysia and in worldwide actually. So I assume it's no stranger for most of the Malaysians on this vehicle. But in case you do not know, this is actually a facelifted variant that launched last year. And what's so special about the facelifted version? So you can see this is a facelifted RS version with a newer bumper. And there's something that I personally don't like it that much, but maybe for some racer boy they will like it, is this. A more aggressive Fox carbon fiber diffuser at front, a front lip, and a LED lag, which is no stranger. Garnish black Audis for the RS. So long story short, it's almost the same. And given that this is a car that has been launched since 2019, I believe I do not need to spend too much of time to explain or the intro about the exterior design. This is a Honda City Hatchback from a Honda City sedan. If you look at the side of the vehicle, you will notice that the proportion is slightly odd, partially because the door, the front air pillar is almost the same. Only the C pillar or maybe the rear door, I don't know, but maybe the rear door retained from the sedan version. So for me personally, I do feel like this is slightly odd shape, but a lot of youngsters like it. My social circle, there's a lot of fresh grades or youngsters who purchase this car regardless of the 1.5 petrol variant or the 1.5 EHEV variant. Move on to the rear part of the car, and based on those friends that purchase this car, I have a lot of friends in my close social circle that purchase this car. This is their favorite part of the design. Audi A1 tail lamp. Okay, the facelifted variant is also to follow the theme of the front, slightly aggressive front lip. It also comes with a rather aggressive Fox carbon rear diffuser, an actual rear exhaust tip, but without a tip. It's just a tube, if you know what I'm saying. And at here, I feel like it's missing something. A piece of reflector is missing, perhaps. So all in all, is this a young and handsome car? It depends on your personal preferences. It does have the strong vibe of a young, energetic hatchback. But in case you are not satisfied with the outlook of the vehicle, Honda does provide you with the original modular body kit accessories package. It also comes with rims. And of course, this car is very popular among Malaysian youngsters. So a quick search on the car groups, ownership groups, there's a lot of examples. For example, the Spoon inspired modified with the SW888 rim, Mugen, Type R, a lot. So if you are into modifying your cars to personalize your car into the way you want, this is a very good platform. But it's only aesthetic. This is not a fast car, yo. We will explain it later in the driving review. In case you are considering the purchase of Honda City Hatchback because of the trendy, sporty, young exterior, but you are being objected by your wife or your friends or your parents that it's better to go for a sedan version because sedan is more practical, let me tell you, the hatchback version is not lack of space either. Let me show you. The space inside is actually pretty vast. I'm not able to tell you the numbers. I'm pretty bad with numbers, but just look at it. It's actually more than enough to satisfy your daily needs. But this version does not come with a spare tire. It only came with a tire repair kit and a small compartment for you to store other stuff. Just that. When it comes to the storage department, Honda City Hatchback is not that much of gimmick on the rear boot. It does come with two small hooks here, and that's it. Why? Because the party piece of the Honda City Hatchback is at the rear seat, the Ultra seat, which is a long-term signature dish for Honda Jazz or Honda Fit, which has been well inherited by the City Hatchback. In case the rear seat space does not satisfy your need, the Ultra seat here, there's no more excuse that this does not fit your need because the practicality of this vehicle is mind-boggling. So you can see the floor pan of this vehicle is almost flat, a small area there. Then you can see this Ultra seat configuration. You need to carry tall item, not just here, there too. Yep, a vast space. And if this is not enough for you, you also can fold down the rear seat. And it's almost flat. It's a flat. So what more you need to ferry? What more you worry about? Unless you're trying to move a kindergarten of children, or else I think it's enough. The space is not a concern in this vehicle. Definitely not. Then let's talk about the practical side of the thing, which is passenger experience. So as you can see, I am 180 cm tall, 100 kg weight. So is this cabin big or vast? If I say it is, I must be lying. But it's sufficient. The reason why there's not much room or airy feel here is because of the black sporty roof linen, and perhaps it's caused by the cutting here. So you have rather vast space here that is not really airy, but other than that, I believe it's alright. You do not have center armrest. Of course, it's a B segment car. You have aircon vent here, you have a USB-C, two of them, door pocket here, and that's about that. Pretty simple, basic B segment interior. So when we talk about the front seat of this vehicle, the first thing you will notice is for a car that priced 110,000 plus, and also our consumer has been introduced by a lot of those China vehicles, let it be Chery or other brands that you know, you are being flooded by all the fancy design. Okay, they somewhat create this illusion that everything's supposed to be that way, and somewhat we are fatigued by it. Hence, you will question why I need to spend that kind of money on the interior that look a little bit like the 1990s. But I can assure you it's not. It's just because those China vehicles choose to that direction, but that doesn't mean this car is lack of feature. Why is that so? Now, after facelift, this screen does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. So again, what more do you need? You have these very nicely textile buttons and knobs, which is a party piece when it's introduced. Not just here, the buttons on the steering, the pedals and the stop, everything just shouts quality. Yep, you can hear this. Everything is okay. In the screen itself, it's also very easy to use and initiative. You have this control that you can show all the info. And one interesting is G meter. Last time I saw this is on a GR86 or a BRZ. I do not know why a Honda City good selling version need this, but it is what it is. Then everything is well built, quite high quality when it comes to the plastics. It's just that aesthetically it's not that wow factor anymore. We have been pampered by all the China vehicles with the blinky and flashy design. One thing that worth mentioning is this garnish here with a red color design and some fox leather with real stitching here. This is plastic, this is also plastic. So the door here, the touch point, here is leather and here is leather. And it's worth mentioning that the front seat is alright. Okay, slightly small, but it's alright. Do you get coin box here? Yeah, you get a coin box here, you get the glove box here, storage compartment here, and if it's a Chinese vehicle, usually they will come with a wireless charging dock, but whatever it is, of course this does not have it. Power outlet. Is this a fancy vehicle? No. Is this a sporty vehicle? No. But is this a high quality cabin? It depends on the definition of quality. For me, my definition of quality is the butter, the knobs, the fit and finish, and the material used. Is it solid enough? And in this case, I'm glad to report that everything is well assembled together. There's no loose point, everything is alright. So 110,000 plus for B segment hatchback hybrid. Is it worth it? It's something that you need to judge yourself. But for me, I still think that it's alright. Granted, you can accept the package of the vehicle. As usual, we will introduce about the front suspension and rear suspension of this car. So this rim and this blackout rim, okay, it's only the color that difference from the 1.5S variant. The rim is still the same, 16-inch rim coupled with 185/55 R16 Toyo Proxus RS7 tires. The front suspension, as usual, is McPherson strut, and the rear suspension, as usual, it's torsion beam. So let's look under the engine hood. Yep, no hydraulic stroke. As you can see, this engine is just charging the battery. So you can see the engine is on and off. Then you have a big slab of the electric motor, then the management system, everything is here. Then you must be wondering, where is the battery? The battery is actually stored underneath the front seat. A very small size battery. Then underneath the rear seat is the famous flat fuel tank. That is also another signature piece of Honda, so that they are able to install Ultra seat inside. So I will get some picture here. My editor will share it here. So let's just show you some of the creativity of Honda engineers when they come to the packaging and designing of the vehicle. They are known for space magician, which means they are very good at stealing or exploiting all the available spaces at the man maximum, machine minimum philosophy. So enough about that. Let's talk about this particular powertrain, EHEV. So when this introduced 5 years ago, 4 years ago, it is something that are quite interesting because it is a hybrid. Then when we talk about hybrid, we will be separated into two main categories. Is it a series hybrid? Is it a parallel hybrid? When does the engine power the front wheel? When does the electric motor power the front wheel? Blah blah blah. This vehicle, at the time of its debut, it somewhat changed the rules, which means this, you can understand it as most of the time front wheel driven by only electric motor. So despite the engines on and off some of the time, because the engine is trying to charge back the small battery like now. Then when you are driving at high speed, so let's say 110, 120 km/h, the engine will connect to the front wheel directly via an electronically controlled clutch. So it will be locked up. You can understand it as 1:1 gear ratio. Then the front wheel will be driven by the engine. And if that time not enough power, or if your battery has enough electricity left, it will boost the car, depends on the scenario. So I know it sounds complicated, but just make it simple. This is actually an EV. with a 1.5 liter engine to back up you when you are going to high speed. How does that concept sound?
So let's talk about the driving feel of the Honda City Hybrid Hatchback EHEV. The name is too long, so I just called it Honda City Hybrid or Honda City Hatchback Hybrid. So as you can hear from the mic right now, there's not much noise in the cabin. Then this is my right foot stepping in. So you can see the engine noise, you still can hear it slightly. It's not as EV as we thought it is. Even though the marketing team of Honda has been trying very hard to sell it as a series parallel hybrid or a pure HEV. Now this is EV mode. You can hear. So when you are shopping for a hybrid vehicle 5 years ago, yes, this is a very impressive package. It provides you the torque of an electric vehicle, yet it provides you the convenience of normal petrol car. So you just go to the petrol station, pump petrol, that give you back. Official figure is 3 liter per 100 km. Sounds impressive, but in real life you will be able to achieve about 5 liter or 6 liter per 100 km, which is still impressive. Then you get the 250 Newton meter of torque. But there's something you need to know about the limitation of technology back then, and also Honda being a Japanese manufacturer, they always take into consideration of the longevity of the system, which means in the long story short way, the 253 Newton meter of torque that they advertise, and in the advertisement they try to overtake a Toyota Camry with ease, that is pure marketing gimmick. This is not a hot hatch, even though as much as Honda would like to market it, it is not a hot hatch. So just demonstrate it easily. So let me demonstrate why I say so. Now it's about 40 km per hour and I floor the throttle. Yep. Do you feel like it's a 253 Newton meter of car, a torque? Or is this a VTEC kick in your kind of car? I'll let you judge yourself, okay? But does it mean it's a bad car? No, because Honda City, as the name suggests, is a car that meant for city purpose. And you need to drive it like you are in the city, which means you have to be gentle with the throttle, you cannot floor the throttle. It works just alright. So you need to manage your expectation that this car is just a car with a somewhat sporty exterior, but it is not a sport car. As a matter of fact, a lot of people confused about the name of RS. They thought RS means racing sport, but no, RS means road sailing. So it's for you to sail on the road in a more smooth and relaxed manner. Then Honda being Honda, there's a lot of key components on the vehicle that are well tuned, and you can say it's almost flawless. For example, the steering is very precise, well feedback, well calibrated. Same goes to the brake, and this particular variant comes with a 4-disc brake setup, only available in the top of the range RS. So the feedback of the brake is very well calibrated. Then being a hatchback and a Honda, little bit JDM fanboy there, but the handling is something that you can expect from this car. It's not going to be that bad. How bad can it be? So all in all, if you are looking for a car that are efficient, sporty exterior but eco-friendly driving experience, you can go for this. But when you purchase this car, don't expect it to be like the typical Honda Racer Boy where you step on the throttle and and go 0 to 100 in God know when. This is not the kind of car. And it's worth mentioning that this car does come with the pedal shifter, where it can help you to adjust how much regen force you wanted, as opposed to the brake on most of the EV where you can select only strong regen or weak regen in the system. No, you can do it with a downshift, not downshift, but let's say if you set it as a strong regen, it means that you are downshift more gear, something like that. So the logic is like that. Is it a nice car to drive? Yes. Is it a car that up to 2025 standard? I have to say not really, but it's not too bad. It's just because in these 5 years of time, automotive will change a lot. We have a lot of Chinese vehicle that floods into the market with a long list of specifications and also a better batteries technology, stronger motor, so they tend to be less cautious when it comes to the energy consumption. But for Honda City, it's still being a Japanese, so it wouldn't give you the 253 Newton meter of torque on one shot. It will provide you in a more linear way.
Actually, ever since this vehicle releases in Malaysia, it does manage to capture a strong attention among all the Malaysians. Granted, because this is one of the remaining few B-segment Japanese sedan at a price that are slightly lesser than 100,000, still considered affordable back then. Now it's not. Now it's slightly expensive because of the inflation. Then it does have the strong reputation of Honda, a racer boy like it, strong personality, plenty of modification on the aftermarket support, blah blah blah. A long list of advantage. But it's also undeniable that at today's age, with the given budget or the given price tag 110,000 plus, there's too many options available in the market right now. For example, that or that, which makes you question more or doubt yourself more. Why I wanted to spend that amount of money for a small yet not so small, high-tech yet not so high-tech, handsome yet not so handsome, sporty yet not so fast Japanese B-segment hatchback. Again, we need to be clear on what we want. For a youngster that looking for a young and active hatchback, energetic hatchback, for example, something similar to Ford Focus back then, it's almost non-existent in the market nowadays. Toyota does have Yaris, but Yaris does not have a hybrid variant. Mazda used to have Mazda 2, now still have, but given the size, it's an A segment super compact, so you might not want it. A C segment hatchback now, the only remaining hatchback at the moment is Mazda 3, which is way more expensive compared to this. So again, there's not much option. If you are looking for a budget, you will go for Myvi or Iris in that case. So that is the reason why Honda City Hatchback HEV RS Hybrid, a very long name, remain as a very strong package until today. But I believe not for long, so Honda might need to do something aggressively to win back the heart of consumers. If you like what we are doing, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our video. We also have an Instagram and Facebook page to be followed. Thank you!